Hello, what have we here?
Hello there, and welcome to the first Star Wars Rumors video. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a good time watching this video. And I wanted to go over this poster that appeared online about a week and a half ago. And the people who posted it claim that it's leaked artwork of a promotional poster, or it's going to be the poster for Star Wars Episode 9. And I just want to go over a few things on why I think this poster is fake. And I'll just want to give my reasoning behind them as well. So the first thing I wanted to point out is that Lando, Leia, and Luke are all going to be in Episode 9, and there's no trace of them at all on this poster. Like, if we didn't know anything about the movie, just going off this poster, we would be assuming that we wouldn't be getting them in this movie just based off of this poster. Another person who wasn't on this poster is Rose Tico. She was one of the main characters in The Last Jedi, and Kelly Marie Tran is definitely in Episode 9, but we can't see a sign of her character Rose on this poster anywhere, so that's another reason why I think this poster's not legit. Another thing that looks way off in this poster is C-3PO here, holding Chewie's bowcaster. If you have a bit of a close look, he just looks really awkward, looks a bit too big, and I know Chewie's a lot bigger than C-3PO, but it just looks really, awkward, and I just don't think, even if C-3PO was going to use Chewie's bowcaster in Episode 9, they would put that on the poster. Another thing I want to point out is this shadow under BB-8. If this was a genuine production poster, I would be assuming that the person who put this together would remove that shadow there. That's just really distracting and looks really out of place to me. So I just think whoever made this has dropped the image in and not been able to cut it out properly around the edges there to make it more seamless into the background. Another thing I wanted to point out is Finn. Now, he came out in an interview and said that there's enough time between Episode 8 and Episode 9 for him to have to have grown his hair out to show that a certain amount of time had passed. And just looking at this, it just looks like his hair is the same length as it was in Episode 7 and Episode 8. Doesn't look like any time's passed at all. Another thing is Chewie. This looks like a young Chewie here, not the old Chewie we've started to get used to in the last two movies. Chewie's starting to look a bit grey. I can't see any grey hairs here at all. It looks like a younger Chewie than we've been used to in the last two movies. Okay, and another thing, I just wanted to point out a few other things that some people might miss. I'm a designer during the day, so there's just a few things that stuck out like a really big sore thumb to me when I first started looking at this poster. In design, one of the main things you want to have happening is alignment. And this blue line here goes right down the middle of the image, and you want to line up all your main elements along that line, because we've got a bit of symmetry happening here, and what that means is that this line, anything going down, it's going to be like completely down the middle. And as you can see, this helmet of the Stormtrooper is not lined up to the middle, and also Rey's face here is not lined up down the middle either. I'm just going to drag a guide out. If I put that right down the middle of her nose, this is where the middle of the image should be, and everything should kind of be lined up along that, but it's not. And it's the same with this Star Wars logo down here too. It's not on center either. It's just off to the right a little bit, too much for my liking. I know these are like tiny little gritty details, but a professional designer or professional artist would just know these things as soon as like they start working on this. They'd have everything lining up the way that it's meant to. And I think the person who did this just took some of these things into account a little bit too late into the project, or they're not sure of like those design principles where you have to take into things like alignment. There's just one more thing I wanted to bring up on why I think this is a fake poster, and that is this tweet here. A guy called John H tweeted out, "New Star Wars Episode 9 poster leaked," and he tweeted that out. He put Mark Hamill in that, and Mark Hamill has replied saying, "Doubtful, looks like the work of a UPF." I don't know what a UPF is. If you know what it is, could you let me know? Be good to know what that means. But Mark Hamill's even saying this doesn't look legit, but there's been so many people online who think this is like a real thing, and getting all excited about it and making theories and speculations about Episode 9 based off this poster. And yeah, I just don't think it's real. Someone's tried to put this poster together, and there's just a few things they haven't really pulled off as well as they could have, or it's someone who's like really good at what they do and they've just left a few things in there to kind of like so it looks obvious that it's a fake to them and other people as well, but they're just kind of laughing at themselves that there's people all over the internet making theories and speculations on the movie based off of this poster. Anyway, that's it for this video. Let me know what you think about this poster here, and whether you think it's real or fake. And Star Wars Celebration is in another few days, so we'll know then whether this is real or not if they release any official artwork during that celebration. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.